In the world of glitter and glitz lived a man named Matthew Perry, better known as Chandler Bing from the hit sitcom Friends. This name, this character, brought smiles to millions around the globe, yet it was this same man who was fighting demons of his own. Born in late August 1969, Matthew Langford Perry was raised in the heart of Ottawa, Canada. A charming boy with an infectious smile, he had a knack for making people laugh. This talent soon paved the way to Hollywood, where he landed the role that would define his career and, in many ways, his life. As Chandler Bing in Friends, Matthew Perry became a household name. His quick wit and sarcastic humor resonated with audiences, turning him into an overnight sensation. But as his star rose, so did his struggles. Beneath the laughter and the applause, Perry was grappling with an addiction that would follow him for years. The bright lights of Hollywood often cast long, dark shadows. For Perry, these shadows took the form of substance abuse. He found himself trapped in a cycle of addiction, a cycle that is all too common in the world of fame and fortune. Yet, there was more to Matthew Perry than his struggles. He was a man of resilience and courage, a man who, despite his trials, managed to bring joy to others. His warmth, his humor, his vulnerability, these qualities made him more than just a star. They made him human, relatable, and loved. But beneath the laughter and jokes, Perry was fighting a battle that many couldn't see. A battle that he would eventually lose. Yet, in his final years, he found a glimmer of hope, a beacon of faith that promised solace and peace. This faith, this newfound belief, would become a vital part of his journey, a journey that we will continue to explore in the coming scenes. As we delve deeper into his life, let us remember Matthew Perry not just for his struggles, but for the laughter and joy he brought into our lives. Matthew Perry, a name synonymous with laughter, was silently crying out for help. A man who brought joy to millions, yet concealed his own pain behind the mask of Chandler Bing, a character we all came to love. In the glimmering world of Hollywood, Perry was fighting a battle against addiction, a battle that many do not understand. Perry's struggle with addiction wasn't a secret. It was an open book, a book filled with chapters of rehab stints and relentless attempts to maintain sobriety. He was in and out of rehab, not once, not twice, but multiple times. Each time he came out hopeful, ready to battle his demons, only to find himself back in the clutches of addiction. His journey was a testament to the harsh reality of addiction. It's not just a one-time fight. It's a continuous struggle, a constant tug of war between the person you want to be and the addiction that's pulling you back. This struggle, this fight, it's not for the faint-hearted. It requires courage, resilience, and an undying spirit. Perry's addiction was a cocktail of alcohol and prescription pills, a dangerous concoction that gradually consumed him. It started as a coping mechanism, a means to deal with the pressures of fame, the expectations, the constant scrutiny. But soon it spiraled out of control, becoming a prison from which escape seemed impossible. His struggles were not limited to addiction. He battled depression, a silent killer that gnaws at your soul, leaving you feeling empty and alone. Despite his fame, despite the love and adoration of millions, Perry was fighting loneliness. He was trapped in a cycle of addiction and depression. But in the midst of these struggles, Perry found something that gave him hope: faith. He discovered faith in the darkest corners of his life, when everything seemed lost. It was faith that gave him the strength to fight, the courage to stand up against his demons. Faith for Perry was not just about believing in a higher power. It was about finding a purpose, a reason to fight, a reason to live. It was about accepting his flaws, his struggles, and believing that he had the strength to overcome them. It was about finding light in the darkest corners, hope in the most desperate situations. Despite his struggles, despite his fall, Perry stood up, fueled by his newfound faith. He fought, not just for himself, but for others who were battling addiction. He used his platform, his voice, to raise awareness about addiction, to tell the world that it's okay to struggle, it's okay to fall, as long as you have the courage to stand up again. Perry's life, his struggles, his journey, it's a testament to the power of faith. It's a testament to the strength of the human spirit, the courage to fight, the resilience to bounce back. It's a testament to the fact that no matter how dark the night, the dawn is just around the corner. In the midst of these struggles, Perry found something that gave him hope: faith. In the darkest corners of life, faith often shines the brightest. This statement rings true for the late Matthew Perry, a man known for his comedic prowess on the screens, yet deeply grappling with addiction behind them. Perry's journey to faith was not a smooth trek. It was a climb up the Rocky Mountains, filled with slips and falls. Yet it was this very journey that led him to discover a sense of hope and purpose amidst the chaos of his life. Perry found solace in the teachings of Christianity, a belief system that not only offered him a moral compass but also a support structure to lean on during tough times. The Bible became his guide, the verses his comfort, and prayer his refuge. He began to see life through a different lens, one that was not clouded by the haze of addiction. He found strength in the story of Jesus, a figure who stood firm in the face of adversity, much like Perry himself was trying to do. This newfound faith gave him a lifeline, a beacon of hope in the stormy sea of his life. It was during this time that Perry began to attend church, immersing himself in the community and the teachings of Christianity. The church offered him a sanctuary, a place free from judgment where he could reflect, grow, and heal. He started to participate in Bible study groups and prayer meetings, finding solace and comfort in the collective faith of the community. Faith transformed Perry's perspective on life. It brought him a sense of peace and fulfillment, which he had been seeking in his fame and success but never found. His belief in God and the teachings of Christianity gave him a sense of purpose beyond the glitz and glamour of Hollywood. Perry's story is a testament to the power of faith. In the throes of addiction, when hope seemed lost, faith emerged as a beacon of light, guiding him towards a path of recovery and self-discovery. His journey to faith is a reminder that no matter how dark the night, the dawn is never too far away. Faith became Perry's beacon in the stormy sea of his life. Fame, a dazzling mirage that promises happiness but often delivers emptiness. That's the reality many of our beloved celebrities like Matthew Perry are forced to face. Imagine being constantly under the microscope, your every move scrutinized by millions. It's a pressure few of us can comprehend. Every mistake you make, every misstep you take, becomes a headline, a trending topic, a meme. There's no room for error, no space for growth without judgment. This is the reality that fame presents. Now think about the loneliness, surrounded by crowds, yet feeling utterly alone. In the world of fame, genuine connections are hard to come by. Everyone wants something, a piece of the spotlight, a slice of the success. But who's there when the lights dim and the applause fades? Who's there to share in the quiet moments, the human moments? Often the answer is no one. And then there's the expectation, the unending demand to be more, do more, give more laughs, more performances, more of the person the world wants you to be. But what happens when you can't meet those expectations? What happens when you're too tired, too drained, too human? The world isn't always kind to those who can't keep up with its demands. These are the pitfalls of fame, the pressure, the loneliness, the expectation. They're the unseen burdens that weigh heavily on those in the public eye. They're the factors that can lead to destructive habits, to a desperate search for escape, to the emptiness that fame can bring. To be famous is to be admired, envied even, by millions. But it's also to be misunderstood, to be judged, to be lonely. It's a paradox that can be difficult to navigate, a reality that can be hard to bear. The emptiness of fame was a reality that Perry, like many celebrities, had to confront. Let's remember that behind the glitz and glamour, our celebrities are human, just like us. They laugh, they cry, they struggle, they overcome. And they too need grace, compassion, and understanding. Matthew Perry wasn't alone. Many celebrities have faced similar battles. In the glamorous world of fame and fortune, there's a hidden struggle that often goes unnoticed. It's a struggle that can grip anyone, regardless of their status or success. From movie stars to music icons, many celebrities have faced the trials of addiction and the emptiness that often accompanies fame. Take Robin Williams, for instance, a man who made the world laugh, yet harbored a profound sadness within him. Known for his quick wit and electrifying energy, Robin was a beacon of joy on the silver screen. But behind that radiant smile, he was battling depression and addiction. Despite his fame, he felt an emptiness that he couldn't fill. Or consider the story of Whitney Houston, one of the greatest voices of our time. With a career filled with chart-topping hits and award-winning performances, Whitney seemed to have it all. But beneath the glitz and glamour, she was entangled in a web of addiction. Fame and fortune, it seemed, were not enough to ward off the darkness that slowly consumed her. Then, there's the tale of Heath Ledger, a young actor who took Hollywood by storm. His portrayal of the Joker in The Dark Knight is still hailed as one of the greatest performances in film history. Yet Heath's life was cut tragically short due to an accidental overdose. His untimely death is a stark reminder that the bright lights of stardom can sometimes cast the darkest shadows. There are countless other stories just like these. Stories of celebrities who, despite their fame, felt a deep sense of emptiness. This emptiness often gives birth to addiction, a silent enemy that lurks in the shadows, preying on the vulnerable. But let's not forget the stories of hope and redemption. Celebrities like Demi Lovato, Robert Downey Jr., and Elton John have all faced the battle of addiction and emerged victorious. Their journeys serve as a source of inspiration and proof that no matter how dark the night, dawn always follows. Demi Lovato, a pop star and former Disney actress, has been candid about her struggles with substance abuse, eating disorders, and mental health. Despite the odds, she has managed to rebuild her life, using her platform to raise awareness about these issues and inspire others. Robert Downey Jr. is another example of triumph over adversity. Once considered a lost cause due to his struggles with addiction, he turned his life around and rose to become one of the most respected actors in Hollywood. His transformation is a testament to the power of second chances. And then there's Elton John, a music legend who battled both addiction and bulimia. Today, he stands as a beacon of hope, having turned his life around and dedicated himself to various philanthropic endeavors. These stories remind us that fame and fortune aren't the keys to happiness. They're simply tools, and like any tool, they're only as good as the hands that wield them. It's not about how much we have, but what we do with what we have. And most importantly, it's about finding a purpose that's greater than ourselves, a purpose that fills the emptiness within us. Whether it's faith, service, or love, it's this purpose that gives meaning to our lives, that makes us truly rich, regardless of our bank account or social status. In the end, we're all human. We all have our struggles, but it's how we face these struggles, how we rise above them, that truly defines us. These stories remind us that fame and fortune aren't the keys to happiness. In the midst of life's trials, faith can be a powerful anchor. Think about that for a moment. When the stormy seas of life are raging, when the winds of adversity are howling, it's faith that can keep us steady. It's faith that can give us the strength to persevere, to keep moving forward, even when every fiber of our being is screaming at us to give up. Faith, in its purest form, is an unwavering belief in something greater than ourselves. It's a deep-seated conviction that no matter how dark the night, the dawn will always break. It's the assurance that no matter how difficult the road, there's a destination worth reaching at the end of the journey. Matthew Perry, like many others, discovered the power of faith in his darkest hours. When the glitz and glamour of fame couldn't fill the void, when the accolades and applause couldn't drown out the inner turmoil, it was faith that gave him a sense of purpose. It was faith that provided solace. It was faith that offered a glimmer of hope in the midst of despair. But what exactly does faith do? It's not a magic potion that makes all our problems disappear. It's not a silver bullet that eliminates all our challenges. Rather, faith is like a compass. It helps us navigate through the complexities of life. It points us in the right direction when we're lost. It guides us towards the light when we're surrounded by darkness. Faith also serves as a source of comfort. It's a balm for our weary souls. It's a blanket that wraps us in warmth during the coldest nights. It's a soothing melody that lulls our troubled hearts to peace. When we're weighed down by worries, when we're burdened by trials, faith whispers to us, "Hold on, keep going, this too shall pass." Moreover, faith imbues our lives with a sense of meaning. It gives us a reason to get up every morning. It gives us a mission to pursue, a cause to champion, a purpose to fulfill. Without faith, life can seem like an endless maze, a meaningless cycle of ups and downs. But with faith, every moment becomes precious, every experience becomes valuable, every challenge becomes an opportunity for growth and transformation. Faith, as we've seen, is not a luxury, it's a necessity. It's not a mere add-on to our lives, it's an integral part of our existence. It's not something we can afford to neglect or ignore. It's something we need to cultivate and cherish. And so, as we reflect on the life of Matthew Perry and others who've walked similar paths, let's remember the importance of faith. Let's remember that in the midst of life's trials, faith can be a powerful anchor. Let's remember that faith can provide a sense of purpose and solace during difficult times. Faith, as Matthew Perry discovered, can be a lifeline in the choppy waters of life. Matthew Perry's journey is a stark reminder of the emptiness of fame, the struggle with addiction, and the importance of faith. As we draw to a close in this poignant exploration of life, faith, and the human struggle, let's revisit the key points we've discussed. The life of Matthew Perry, beloved by many as the humorous Chandler Bing from the iconic television show Friends, serves as a mirror reflecting the often hidden realities of fame and fortune. Behind the laughter and applause, there was a man wrestling with personal demons, battling the monster of addiction that has claimed too many lives in our society. Matthew's story underscores the harsh truth that fame and success are not antidotes to personal pain or emptiness. On the contrary, they can magnify the void within, making the search for meaning and purpose even more challenging. The glittering allure of fame often masks the solitude and pressure that comes with being in the public eye. It's a lonely place where one's every move is scrutinized and the fear of failure is amplified. The emptiness of fame can be a heavy burden to bear. But in the midst of his struggles, Matthew found something that many of us spend our whole lives seeking: faith. As the darkness of addiction threatened to consume him, he reached out for a lifeline, finding solace and strength in his faith. This faith was not an instant cure, nor did it make his struggles disappear. But it gave him a sense of purpose, a glimmer of hope in the midst of despair. It reminded him that he was more than his addiction, more than his fame. He was a beloved child of God, worthy of love and redemption. Matthew's story is not an isolated one. Many other celebrities have walked similar paths, battling personal demons while living in the public eye. We spoke of their stories, not to sensationalize their struggles, but to highlight the universal human need for purpose, meaning, and faith. Regardless of our status or success, we all yearn to be seen, to be loved, to belong. And when we are disconnected from these basic human needs, we are susceptible to fill the void with harmful substitutes. This brings us to the crux of our discourse, the importance of faith. Faith is more than a religious belief or a set of rituals. It's a deep-seated conviction that gives meaning to our existence, providing a sturdy anchor in the turbulent seas of life. It reminds us that we are part of something larger, something eternal. It gives us the courage to face our struggles, to seek help when we need it, and to extend that help to others. In a world that often equates worth with wealth and success, faith reminds us that our value lies not in what we have or what we achieve, but in who we are, beloved children of God, deserving of love and grace. It's a beacon of hope in the midst of despair, a source of strength in the face of weakness, a wellspring of love in a world often marred by hate. May we remember Matthew Perry, not just for his talent and humor, but for his courage and faith in the face of life's struggles. His journey serves as a timely reminder that fame and fortune are fleeting, but faith endures. It's a call to all of us to look beyond the superficial, to seek meaning and purpose in our lives, to embrace faith as a source of strength and hope. And as we remember Matthew and others who have walked similar paths, let us extend our prayers and support to those still wrestling with addiction, reminding them that they too are seen, loved, and never alone.